I'm finally making some sense of this wiring. Oh, it was such a mess. I've got the instrument panel, like everything that goes to the instrument panel, off to one side. And I'm separating all the aftermarket garbage. It's actually starting to make some sense now. The stereo wire, this guy, I just unpacked like a half a roll of tape to see the connection. That's really awesome. For whatever reason, I don't know yet, but they abandoned the original, like the factory car stereo wiring, and cheated off of here instead of, you know, figuring out what the original problem was. That's good to know. And there's a lot more like this. I see all kinds of taped. This is a good one. Yeah, not a no kind of splice, just twist it together, tape it. The tape really held up, obviously. So I got a bit of wiring to do to make it right again. Some of this is pretty suspect. Green wire harness going to blue. I'll have to look into that. These are both factory harnesses. I don't know why this goes to here, so somebody bypassed another circuit. I'll keep digging. Okay, now that I got all this pulled out, this is my, for the stereo, that's the memory battery. I'm guessing this is ignition that was just left just like this, not taped up. I'm guessing blown fuse. I don't know why they just leave it. Clearly, I had an electrician, well, I didn't, but clearly an electrician wired the stereo, because we have Murettes. Only electricians do that. This one's got me. I think this is medical tape. Well, at first I thought it was hockey tape, but no, I'm pretty sure this is like what you find in a first aid kit. That's a new one. This is not speaker wire, this is actual lamp cord. I think that might be another electrician trick. But this part here, this is for the heater motor. And this is definitely a mechanic. This was done by a body shop or automotive shop for sure. And I can say, I don't even know what to say. I drink because you're stupid. This makes me so sad. This had to be mechanic. Yeah, I really can't figure out what the reasoning was here. It doesn't even, it looks like they extended all the wires, but they don't match up color, like in terms of color coding. So it makes me wonder. I have no clue. No clue at all. Like, everything works. I can't give them too hard of a time, because everything does work in this car, but like, really? Just twist them together, wrap some tape, and you're good to go. That's nuts. I think I get it now. Let's see. This is the heater switch. This is the connector. So it should have been a 4-piece connector. I'm thinking the heater switch burnt up and melted the factory connector, and this is what they found. So they just took this pigtail and another female spade connector. So that's why this looks the way it does. But this is still all kinds of wrong. And being that it's the heater or the blower motor, it draws a lot of current. This is not good enough just twisting it together. But it is from Ontario, so chances are they never needed the heat very much. Still, no excuse. I still believe this did happen at a mechanic shop. That's based on the people that owned this car in the past. They weren't smart enough to figure this out. It's like just about every connector, even to the instrument panel, has been cut and extended for some reason. For the record, I don't even know what this one's for. I will never ever advocate the use of solder and heat shrink unless it's for factory, repairing factory wiring. Anything that's aftermarket, I will only ever use butt splices or what they call poke and rot method. But I work mostly with commercial vehicles, and aftermarket accessories get pulled roughly every 5 years, so I don't interfere with the factory wiring. But with this car, yeah, every one of these stupid tape jobs, I'm actually going to strip back, heat shrink, solder, and solder. I finally got into the fun stuff. I got the courtesy light working again, because that didn't work at all before. I'm gonna close it. It shuts off with the door. And then I got all this. There's not a lot here. I can get it maybe a day or two, or evening or two. I'll have it all back together. This is where I can finally have some fun.